What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, we are going to continue our discussion for Revit 2024 plumbing exercise. So last video, we have learned how to create our sanitary piping, wherein the first thing that we did is we inserted the family, and then after that we generate we create manually the piping and then the connection. Alright, so this time we are going to do the water pipes. Okay, so this is our sanitary. So we're going to create the water pipes. So we're going to connect pipes here from these connectors, and then let's do the modeling. Alright, so let's do this. So from the Systems tab, Plumbing Piping, so I'm going to select the pipe here. Just click that one, and then for the pipe type, I'm going to make sure that copper is selected. And another important thing that you need to change here is the system type here. Okay, so the system type currently is sanitary, so we need to change that to domestic cold water. There you go. So let's select domestic cold water, and then after that, I'm going to specify my middle elevation like 1 foot 6 inches, and then maybe I'll go to the top view. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom in. So I want to create a pipe here. I can move this later on, so I'll just create first my pipe. Oops, wait, the diameter here is too big, so it's 6 inches, so I need to change that one. Okay, so let's remove that one, and then we're going to create a pipe. Okay, so there is also a shortcut for your pipe, but I'm not going to use the shortcut, so I'll just use the tool here, pipe. So the shortcut is, I think it's PI, so that's the shortcut. So let's just click this one. The type here is copper, and then the system type is domestic cold water, and then the middle elevation is this. Now for the size, I'm just going to use here 1/2. Okay, do I have a 1/2 here? Yeah, so I have 1/2 inch. Okay, and then I'm going to pick my first point here, first point, and then second point. So make sure there's no slope, by the way. So when you create your water pipe or domestic water pipe, so there's no slope for that one. Okay, only for the sanitary. So I'm going to place it here like that, and then I'm going to select here modify. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to put that in the wall. Okay, so I want this pipe to be inside the wall here. Okay, so I'm going to drag that and then click that, and then I'll just drag it maybe somewhere here. Okay, so that's the one. Okay, and then I'm going to connect my cold water pipe connector, this one. If I click this, so as you can see, the color there is blue, right? So blue, and then I also have the hot water here. Okay, and then you can also see here the size of the pipe that will be generating out from this connector here. Okay, so what I can do is make sure they are on the same alignment. Okay, all right, so make sure they are on the same alignment if you are going to use this option. So I can select this, and then you see there's an option here, connect into. So I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to select here cold water, because that is what we want to generate, cold water. So there's a hot water, so there's a cold water. Okay, so if I select hot water, as you can see, this highlights. So if I click cold water, that highlights. Okay, so cold water, click OK, and then let's click now where we want to connect the pipe from this connector. So I want that to be connected here, so I'm going to select the pipe. Okay, so you only do that if you know the exact elevation of this, all right, and then the pipe that you have created. Otherwise, another option that you can do is, I'm going to undo, and then I'm going to delete this. You can click that, and then just click that icon there, or you can also right click and then draw pipe. So automatically it will set as a domestic cold water. Okay, and then you just need to select the diameter of the pipe, which is 1/2 inch, and then I just change the type here. So let's say I select here copper. Okay, so copper, and then here in the 3D view I can create now. So I'll just create like that, and then I'll create another point here like that, and then I select here modify. Now I'm going to click this fitting here. I'm going to convert that into to fitting by selecting this one. So let's convert this into a T fittings. So let's click the plus here, and there you go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to click that, right click, draw pipe, and let's create another pipe here. There you go, and then I select here modify. Okay, now I'm going to select this fitting here, and then let's select connect into, and then let's select cold water, and then let's click OK, and then let's click the pipe. So it's now connected. Okay, so we are working on the cold water pipe. Okay, so what I want to do now here is I'm going to select this pipe, and then let's go to the top view. Okay, let's go to the top view, and then I want that to be inside the wall. Okay, so this is our wall, right? So I'm going to click that and then use the arrow on my keyboard and then just move it. Okay, like that. Right, now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to create another series of pipe. So maybe for this one I want another pipe. So I'm going to select this, right click, draw pipe. Okay, this direction here, click, and then modify. So I'm gonna click that and then go to the top view, and then let's say I want that to be in this wall here. So I'm going to drag that in that wall. There you go. Okay, and then after that, let's continue do the modeling. So I'm gonna right click that, draw pipe, maybe this one here. Okay, click, and then I'm going to click another pipe there, and then I'll select modify first. I'm going to edit that. Okay, all right, so let's select this, and then let's move that inside the wall, something like that. And then here, okay, I'm gonna click this, let me move that somewhere middle. All right, and then after that, so let's click this one. Okay, this fitting here, or this family here, and then connect into let's select cold water, and then select OK, and then let's click this pipe. There you go, so it's now connected. And then let's say I want also to have a representation of pipe going to this part here. Okay, so I'm going to create a connection here. So let's click this one. So maybe what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to create a pipe that going up. Okay, so let me click this, right click, draw pipe. Okay, and then I'm gonna change the elevation here to a higher value so that the direction will go up. So let's say 3 feet, like that. And then you see now it goes up, and then I select here apply. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select modify. I select this pipe here. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this. So I'm going to select here top, and then I'm going to copy that, pick the base point, and maybe I'm going to pick somewhere here. So I'm just gonna make sure that it's aligned at the center point so that I can connect that easily. And then modify. So these are just technique that you can use when you do the modeling. And then for this one, you can use trim, extend, single element. You click the boundary, and then you click the pipe that you want to connect. There you go. Okay, and then I'm going to click this, right click, draw pipe. Let's create a pipe here. There you go. Right? So just a representation that there's a pipe going there. Right? And then, okay, I still have a family here. So there's a cold water there on that water heater tank. Okay, so let us now create another family. Okay, so for this one, I don't need this. I don't need that one. So I'm gonna click this, right click, draw pipe. Okay, going here. I'm holding the shift so that the movement will only be horizontal and vertical. Okay, straight. It's like ortho in AutoCAD by holding the shift. If I release my shift, as you can see, the movement is like this. If I hold the shift, so it's only like that. Okay, so it's constrained on that direction. So I pick there, modify, and then I click this one, modify. All right, go to the top, and then I'm going to use the arrow on my keyboard, move there. All right, okay. Okay, and then I'm going to generate a pipe here. So maybe I'm going to click this, and then right click, draw pipe. Middle elevation, I'm gonna make the value higher than 1 foot 6 inches so that the pipe direction will go up. So I type 3 feet. There you go. And then I'm going to hold shift so that the movement is going to this side here. Pick. There you go. And then modify. Okay. So now what I want to do is I click this one. I'll generate the pipe here. Okay, so I'm going to make the middle elevation value here less value than the current value so that the pipe will go down. Okay, so let's say I'm going to type 1 foot and then apply. Okay, so I just want to make sure that that's a copper 1/2 inch and then domestic cold water. Okay, then apply. There you go. Okay, and then oops, escape, zoom in. Right, so I'm going to click this, right click, draw pipe to this direction, click, and then modify. And then the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to select this to see what's the height. Okay, so the height of that is 3 feet, right? The middle elevation. So I'm going to click this pipe. I'll change the middle elevation to 3 feet. So 3 feet, there you go. And then I'm going to align this pipe to this pipe here. Okay, let's do this. So let's use the align tool, this one. So let's hover our pointer, put it on the pipe, and then press tab once, tab again, and then click. Right, so that's our reference. Now here, this is the pipe that we want to align. So I'm going to press tab once, tab again, and then click. There you go. So they are now aligned. So we are now sure that they are aligned. So I'm going to escape. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to select that fitting. And then I'm going to select this pipe here. Oh no, not this one, because this pipe is connected to this pipe, but this pipe here. So I click that. There you go. So they are now aligned there. So I use trim, extend to corner, something like that. Okay. Right. So that's our code. And let's say I still want to add another pipe that is going up. Okay. So let's say I have another cold water on the upper level. So I'm just going to generate a pipe here. So let's click that. Let's convert that to T fittings. Click. Let's click that one. Right click. Draw pipe. Hold shift and then click. And then change the value to a higher value like 5 feet, for example. 5. Oops. 5. And then apply. Oop, what happened? Alright, let me do again. So click. right click, draw pipe. All right, there you go. Now it goes down. So I'm gonna select this fitting here, delete, click that pipe, and then drag that button, drag up. So for this corner here, just use this trim extend to corner. Okay, there you go. So these are just some of the technique that you can use on your modeling, right? And then let's say you want to add a pipe accessory like a ball valve. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, okay, so I want my ball valve to be, of course, outside this wall. So I want it somewhere outside, okay, not inside the wall. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select the systems, and then I'm going to select pipe accessory here, and then look for ball valve. So I'm gonna use this one, ball valve 2 to 6 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Okay, and then maybe what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to click this pipe here to connect it automatically, like that, and then I select here modify. Now, like what I have said, I do not want my ball valve, of course, to be inside the wall. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select modify. So let's click split here. Click that one. So let's split that. Okay, so let's click 2 points, modify, and then I'm going to select this pipe here, delete that fitting, all right, so delete that fitting, and then let's select this pipe here, ball valve, and then, or maybe let's hover our pointer to the ball valve and then press tab, and then it will highlight the network of connection, and then click, and then let's go to the top view, and then let's use the keyboard left. Let's put it outside. Okay, like that. Okay, right? Okay, and then after that, I'm going to click this pipe, right click, draw pipe. Okay, hold the shift again, so pick here, like that. So same with this one, so click, right click, draw pipe, hold shift, click here, right? And then just connect that using trim extend to corner, click that, okay? And then let's say this one will go all the way up because I still have other connection on the top level, so it's just like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll try to adjust this one. So let's click that, adjust. Okay, so I want this to be seen in coordination view, so I'll change the discipline to coordination, so it looks like this. Okay, and then you can also click this ball valve here, and then you can select that button if you want to rotate it. Just click that, just click if you want that to be look something like this. Okay, all right, okay, so that's now how it looks like. Now the next thing that we will be doing is let's do the hot water. Okay, so the hot water is basically it's the same as the cold water. It's same procedure actually. It's just we're going to play with the height of the pipe. But let's see first if we are already done with the cold water. So let's change back the discipline to plumbing, and then let's adjust again. Let's adjust that. Okay, so it doesn't seem like, okay, so I still have a cold water here, which is this one. So I'm gonna pick this, and then I'll just generate a pipe. Okay, so right click, draw pipe, hold shift. Okay, so just make sure this is set to copper. Okay, so copper, and then domestic cold water. Okay, let me just pick a small pipe there. Okay, right. Okay, so let's do the modeling again. So we want this cold water to be connected here on our pipe here. So I'm going to escape. So let's see. Alright, so I'm going to click this, drag that, hold shift somewhere at the middle of that wall, and then I'm going to select the top here, right click, draw pipe. Okay, then I'm going to drag somewhere here and then modify. Okay, so let's see if we have clashes. So there's a clash here with this sanitary pipe here. So what I'm gonna do is select the top view again. So let's do this. So I'm going to delete this fitting here, delete that, and then I'm going to click this one, right click, draw pipe, like 135 degrees, and then I'll just move up, something like that. And then after that, I'm going to click this pipe, click, and then I'm going to drag that here. Okay, and then I'm going to connect that one. Right, so let's go to the top. Let's stream. Click this one, and then this one, that one, and then modify, and then let's delete this one. Okay, so if we really cannot put our pipe somewhere here because it will clash, so I'll just do something like that. Okay, so it's not nice, but I don't have any other choice. So what else? So I'm gonna click this and then right click, draw pipe. Okay, and then change the middle elevation to the higher value, like 2 feet, so that the pipe will go up, and then apply. Yep. Okay, so now what we want to do is I want to align this pipe to this pipe here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to click this pipe, right click, draw pipe, hold the shift, pick here any size. So we just want to align the height. So you click this pipe and then you check the height. So the middle elevation is 1 foot 6 inches. So I'm gonna change this, click that, change the middle elevation 1 space 6. So that's 1 foot 6 inches. So 1 space 6. So you only do that if the units that you are using in Revit is in feet and inches. Okay? And then select apply. So they are now on the same height. Okay? Right. And then I'm going to click this, go to the top view, and then let's drag that to that direction. There you go. Oh, it automatically connects. So I'm going to select that and then delete, click this, and then click that minus icon, because right now it's cross fitting. So you click that minus icon so that it will convert this into a T fittings. So click that. There you go. Right. Okay. All right. It doesn't look nice. Okay, so maybe what I want to do here is I just want to create a pipe here going up and then connect there. So there's too much of fittings and pipes here. So bad design. So let's click this. So let's rearrange. So let's click this pipe and then click that minus there to make it straight. Delete these fittings. Delete that. Okay. And then let's click this. Let's go to the top view. Select that and then move. Pick the center and then move that at the middle. There you go. So much better. Okay. So let's connect that. Trim, extend to corner. Click, click. And then trim extend to corner, click, click. Right? So much better. And then after that, I want to create a pipe that will connect to this washer connection. So there's a two connector here, the hot and cold. So I'm going to click that icon to generate the pipe, and then make sure the pipe type here is copper and domestic cold water. Let's change the value to a lower value so that the pipe will go down. So like for example 1 foot. There you go, and then apply. There you go, and then modify. Right? Okay, and then I want to create a pipe here. Right click, draw pipe, hold shift, click, modify. All right. So I want to move this up same as height as this one. So let's click that. And then that is 1 foot 6 inches. So let's click this. Middle elevation 1 space 6. Then click outside. So they are now on the same height. They are not just aligned at the top. Okay, so let's just align this. So I want this as my reference. So I'm going to select the align here. So hover our pointer, press tab. Once you see the center line, you click. Alright, and then hover your pointer to the other pipe that you want to align. Press tab. Tab again until you see the center line like that, and then click. There you go. So you can now be sure that it's now aligned. So I can use this now. Click, click. There you go. Right. Okay. So that's now our cold water. Now the problem here is our hot water. Okay, so let's do the hot water this time. Okay, so hot water. So I want my cold water to be, let's say, higher than the hot water. Okay, so I'm going to click this, right? And then I'm going to click that icon. So that's copper. That's correct. Okay, so let's click a short pipe here. Again, hold the shift. All right, and then let's change this to a lower value, like 1 foot. There you go. And then after that, we are going to click here, then modify, cancel. Okay, so let's see if we can put the two pipes inside this wall. So let's click this one, click one, fitting, and then let's change to top. Okay, I think they can go inside without changing the height. Okay, right, so maybe I'm going to select this top. Okay, just as long as it's inside the wall, like that. Okay, and then let's click this plus sign. Let's click this one, right click, draw pipe. All right, so let's go here, hold the shift. Okay, and then again here, somewhere here, as long as it's inside the wall, click modify. So let's see how it looks like. It's too low, so I'll just click this one front, then move up using the arrow. Okay, and then this one, I'm gonna click this, right click, draw pipe, lower value because we want the pipe going down. So let's say 2 feet, apply. There you go. And then I'm going to click here, and then I'll just escape first to see the model, how it looks like. Oh, okay. So there's a problem here with the connection. So if I click this one, all right, so I forgot to change the type of the pipe. Okay, so I'm going to hover my pointer, press tab, it highlights the connection, and then after that, let's change the type. So edit, change type. So this is something that you need to know. Again, this is another technique that you can use on your real life modeling. There you go. Okay. All right. So the problem is how can we, oh, all right. So we can connect this pipe. Okay, so let me click this, right click, create a short pipe here, and then change this to a lower value like 1 foot. Apply. There you go. And then let's click this pipe, right click, draw pipe, create a short pipe here. There you go. So let's see the top view if it is still inside the wall. Alright, so it's just inside the wall. Alright, so that's good. Alright. Okay, and then let's change the height. So let's click this. What's the height of that? So 1 foot 4 inches. So let's click this one. 1 foot 1 space 4. Then click there, and then let's align. So align, hover your pointer, press tab, tab again until you see the center, click, right? So hover, tab, 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 click. All right, there you go. And then you can now trim, extend to corner. Just make sure they are aligned so that it connects properly. There you go. So we are now all good on this side here. So only this side here. So let's modify. All right. So now let's click this. Let's drag that. Hold the shift. Okay. And then another technique that you can do here is you can copy. All right. So I'm going to select this. Hold control. Hold control. So I want to copy that. And then go to the top view. Okay, so select the copy. So let's pick the base point here, that one. Base point there, like that. Modify, and then they are not connected properly, so that's because we just copy it. So that's why you click that. You click that blue node, and then you click the endpoint of that family, of that tab, so that it's connected properly. So that when you hover your pointer and then you press tab, it highlights the connection every time you press tab. See? It highlights the connection. So for this one, so I can use this trim extend single element. So this is what we want to connect. There you go. Right. Okay, and then we also want to have another pipe there. So let's click this. As you can see, I'm doing this in 3D view, but you can actually do this as well in 2D view. Okay. Alright, okay, so let's go to the top view. Click first an object and then top view. Alright, so maybe I'm going to drag that there. Drag this inside without touching. So maybe I click this one and then use the arrow on my keyboard just to move it. Alright, so let's click this one. There you go, and then orbit, click, right click, value like 2 feet. Okay, if you select apply, it will terminate the connection of pipe like this one. Apply, so it will terminate, right? But if you're not going to select apply, okay, let me show you. I'm going to delete this again. Delete, right click, draw pipe, 2 feet. So as you can see, I'm not selecting apply because I want to create another pipe here. So I'm going to hold shift and then I'm going to pick here. There you go, and then modify. So what's the height of this? Click. So that's 3 feet. So I want this one to be 3 feet as well. So click, Middle elevation, so 3 feet. So 3, there you go. There you go. All right, and then we have another hot water here. So let's generate pipe. Click that. Plus sign. Click. Right click. Draw pipe. Okay, so let's click here. Click another point there. So let's click that pipe. Go to the top view. And then use the arrow on your keyboard. Like that. Okay, and then click this, right click, draw pipe, copper. Okay, that's correct. So hold the shift so that it's straight, click, and then lower value like 1 space 2 inches, like that. And then I click here. There you go. Now what's the, oh, it's too close, so let's click this front. All right, so let's move. All right, so what's the height of this? So that's 1 foot 4 inches. Click 4. There you go. And then trim, extend, single element. So let's click the boundary and then the pipe that we want to extend. There you go. All right, so we're almost there. So we just want that to be connected here. Okay, so let's click that. Let me just drag that, hold shift so that it's straight. Okay, and then right click, draw a pipe, and then hold shift, click, modify. I want to terminate it first so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's click this one, right click, draw pipe. Okay, make sure it's copper, 1/2 inch, lower value like 3 feet, like that, and then hold shift, this direction, click, and then I want to go down, so that's why lower value like 2 feet, like that. Okay, and then now for this one, I'm going to create, okay, so I'll just create a short pipe like that. Okay, then modify. Right, so now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to move this down. So I want this pipe to be aligned here. So but before that, let me go first to the top view. So I'm gonna make sure it's inside the wall. So it's not inside the wall. So I'm gonna click that and then just use the arrow on my keyboard, something like that. Okay. And then I'm going to select this. Alright, so that is 1 foot 4 inches. So I'm going to select this. Or I'll just align actually. So I'll just use align, click align. This is my reference now. So tab, tab, tab until you see the center. Click, and then you hover here. Tab, 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 click. There you go. So it's now aligned. Right? And then after that, you delete that pipe connection here. And then that pipe there. Delete. Alright, and then we can use trim extend to corner. So 1, 2. There you go. Okay. So that's my hot water connection there. Right. So basically, that's now the model of our sanitary and water connection. So as you can see, we have used different techniques on how to do our modeling. So if you have time, you can review this video and then just do whatever I did here, like changing the offset of the pipe, using trim, using split. Okay, so you will learn about, you will learn a lot in this video So this is how I model. So these are just some of the techniques that I'm using in modeling my pipe. Okay, so that's how we create our plumbing. So we just created our sanitary, and then we just created our domestic water layout. Okay, so hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestion, you can put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.